Good day, class. Good day, ma'am. I am Tani Cruz Pipadara. I am the first presenter of Group 6. Today, we'll be discussing about the types of storage devices. Our learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to first, identify the storage devices, primary, secondary, tertiary, and cloud storage devices. Second, explain the advantage, limitation, and practical application of various devices. And last, evaluate the importance of selecting appropriate storage solution based on efficiency, durability, portability, capacity, and data management needs. So, storage devices is a hardware component used to store data files and program, either temporarily or permanently. It allows users to save access and transfer information as needed. Storage devices are used for keeping data safe, running software, backing up important files, and information between devices. So now let's discuss the volatile primary storage devices. First, we have random access memory or RAM. So random access memory is a type of computer memory that stores data and instructions temporarily while the computer is running. It is fast and allows quick access to information, helping the CPU process tasks efficiently. However, RAM is volatile, meaning data is lost when the computer is off. In simple terms, RAM is like computer short-term memory. It makes programs run faster but doesn't permanently store data. So, RAM is a temporary volatile memory of computer. When the computer is open, the software and game browser, everything run inside the RAM. When the computer is off, the RAM goes off and erases all the data. So next, let's discuss the capacity of a RAM. The capacity of the RAM refers how much data it can store at one time and measured in gigabytes or even terabytes. So in modern system, in laptops and desktops, they often between 4 GB and 64 GB with high performance system reaching up to 128 GB or more. Servers and advanced computers can hold hundreds of gigabytes or several terabytes of RAM. Overall, the amount of RAM and device depends on its type and purpose. So the capacity of RAM, how much programs your RAM can hold at the same time. So more capacity, more multitasking, more performance. So for an example, low-end phone 2 GB to 3 GB. So average phone goes 4 GB to 6 GB. High-end phone is 8 GB to 16 GB. And for laptops, 4 GB to 32 GB. And gaming workstation, 32 GB to 128 GB. So if the capacity is low, the system will lag, hang when multiple apps will run. Okay, now let's discuss the speed of a RAM. So the speed of a RAM refers to how quickly it can read and write data. It is measured in megahertz or mega transfer per second. Common RAM speeds for modern devices, storage range from 1600 megahertz to over 6000 megahertz. Faster RAM improves system performance by allowing the CPU to access data more quickly. So the speed of a RAM refers to how fast RAM can read or write. So it measures in megahertz or megahertz transfer per second. So higher speed RAM, faster performance response, and faster app switching. Next is RAM portability. So it's low because it must be installed inside of a device and cannot function on its own like external storage. So in terms of durability, RAM is reliable for long-term use but sensitive to heat, static electricity, and physical damage. So it is need to be careful when it's handling. So RAM portability means how easily RAM modules can be removed, replaced, and upgraded. So desktop RAM is highly portable. You can remove easily, replace easily. So when it's in laptop RAM, medium portable, it depends of in the laptop uses removable RAM slot. So for the phone, it's not portable. It's soldered with motherboard, so it cannot be removed and upgraded normally. So now let's move on for the let's discuss the cache memory. So what is cache memory? So cache memory is a very fast, small size memory located close to the CPU that stores frequently used data and instruction. Its purpose to reduce the time of the CPU takes to access data from the main memory, the RAM. So because it is faster than RAM but smaller in capacity. So cache memory helps improve the overall speed and performance of a computer system. So cache memory is a very high speed small memory placed between the CPU and the main memory, the RAM. So it is job to store frequently used instructions, data temporarily, so CPU does not need to go RAM again and again. So RAM is slower than CPU, but CPU is extremely fast. So to reduce waiting time, cache is created. The capacity of a cache is smaller than RAM, and it is usually measured in kilobytes or megabytes. So the L1 cache is which is closest to the CPU is the smallest with a size of 16 kilobytes to 128 kilobytes. So the level 2 cache is larger, typically ranging from 256 kilobytes to several megabytes. So while the L3 cache is the biggest, often between a few megabytes up to 64 megabytes or more. Although limited size, cache memory is extremely fast and plays a vital role in improving CPU speed and overall system performance. So the cache capacity is smaller than the RAM. So the level 1 is 16 kilobytes to 128 kilobytes. The level 2 is 256 kilobytes to 4 megabytes. And the level 3 is the 2 megabytes to 64 megabytes. So so the RAM is in GB size while the cache is in kilobytes and few megabytes size. Because cache memory is too expensive. So next, cache memory operates at a significantly faster rate than other forms of memory. So it works in a close range of CPU clocks speed, typically transferring data at a rate of several hundred gigabytes per second. Because the cache memory is slower than the CPU internal registers but faster than RAM. It is essentially for accelerating data access and system performance in general. So the cache is faster than RAM but slower than CPU register. So the CPU register is the fastest while the L1 cache, L2 cache, L3 cache, the RAM, and the most slowest is the HDD or SSD. So cache memory is portability is very low because it is built directly to very close to the CPU and it cannot remove or use separately. So in terms of durability, cache is reliable and long-lasting as part of the processor. But like RAM, it is sensitive to heat, electrical issues, or physical damage to the CPU. So cache memory is not portable. It is fixed to build inside the motherboard or the CPU chip by manufacturer. So you cannot remove it like USB or external memory. You cannot upgrade it cache manually or usually. So cache belongs to physical with the processor of architecture itself. So it's not portable in external way. So that's all for my report. I hope you learned something. And then
Good day everyone, I'm Dame Justin Falca Santos and I'm the second presenter. And I'll be discussing the hard disk drive or HDD and solid state drive or SSD. So what is hard disk drive or HDD? So an HDD or hard disk drive is a storage device that uses spinning disk and a mechanical arm to read and write data. So it is slower and more fragile but offers large storage device at a lower cost. So an HDD is one of the oldest and most common types of storage devices used in computer. So purpose. So the purpose of an HDD is to store large amounts of data like for documents, movies, music, and also for backups at a cheaper cost, making it useful when you need big space for storage. So capacity. It can store a lot for a cheap price up to 500 gigabytes to 1 terabytes or even up to 10 terabytes. Good for people who need space for movies, games, or backups. So speed. So the speed is around 80 to 60 MB per second. So for example, copying a big movie file may take 1 to 2 minutes only. So the portability of an HDD or hard disk drive is limited because it has spinning disks and moving parts inside. So durability. So fragile like glass, dropping it or shaking it can destroy the disk inside. Move on to solid state drive or SSD. Purpose. So the purpose of an SSD it is to make computers and devices run faster by loading the operating system, apps, and files quickly, while also keeping the data safe with more durability. Then capacity. So an SSD is often smaller in affordable ranges. So commonly 128 gigabytes to 4 terabytes, but highly capacity SSD exists at a higher prices. Speed. So the speed of an SSD or solid state drive is very fast. So compared sa HDD, most SSDs can read and write about 500 MBs. Portability. So the portability of an SSD is excellent because it is small, lightweight, and has no moving parts. So this makes it easy to carry around in laptops or as an external drive. So durability. So durability of an SSD is tough. It can survive drops, bumps, or being carried around in laptop.
Good day everyone, I'm John Kersachim and I will be discussing about optical discs, USB or flash drive, and memory card or SD card. So now let's discuss the optical disc. So what is optical disc? An optical disc is a round flat disc that uses a laser to read and write data. Example are CDs, DVDs, and Blu-ray discs. So purpose is used for storing and sharing media like CDs, DVD, and Blu-ray. So yung sa CD, pwede ka mag-store ng music albums. Sa DVD naman is for movies or software. And then sa Blu-ray is high-definition movie or game. So example, yung mga PlayStation or PlayStation na PlayStation games. Yun. So sa capacity, as yung CD is about 700 MB enough for around 150 songs. And then sa DVD naman is 4.7 GB single layer, and then pag 8.5 GB is yung dual layer. So, pwede na siya is about 2 to 4 movies ang ma-download natin. So, sa Blu-rays is 25 GB single and then 50 GB pag dual naman. So, about 10 or 15 HD movie ang ma-download natin. So, speed, read and write slower than modern storage. Example, yung pagka-copy natin ng movie sa DVD is pwede siya matitake ng almost 40 or 50 minutes or kaya an hour. So, ganun siya katagal. So, next is portability. So, easy to carry siya, but kailangan mo ng disk drive to use it. So, mga modern laptop ngayon is wala nang ganun. Wala na siyang CD or DVD drives. So, hassle siya. So, for durability, they can last many years, but if they get scratched or dusty, they may not work na. So, for example, pag yung CD mo is yun nga na scratch siya or nagasgasan, hindi na siya mag-play ng music ng properly. Meron siyang cut-cut or kaya like parang robotic siya. So, if marunong ka naman mag-handle ng CD mo or maalaga ka, pwede siya mag-last ng decades. But if careless ka, madali lang ito siya. Pag careless ka, if nadumihan siya or kaya nakalimutan mo na siya dyan, pwede hindi na ito siya mag-work. So next, we have the USB or flash drive. So what is USB or flash drive? So a small stick-like device that plugs into a computer USB port uses flash memory to store data. So purpose niya is commonly used for school like office work, to transfer files like PowerPoint, presentation, music video, or kaya importanteng documents. So, ang capacity niya is from 2 GB up to 1 terabyte. So, example, a 32 GB flash drive can store the 1,000 of pictures. So, ang speed niya naman is pag USB 2.0, about 60 MB, so which is slower. So, pag naman USB 3.0 or kaya 3.1 over 600 MB, faster for big file like HD movie or kaya games. So, portability. So, yung USB is very maliit lang siya and then lightweight. You can put it in your pocket, wallet, or kaya gagawin siyang keychain. So, usually, yung mga student talaga ginagawa siyang keychain. So, ganun siya ka-portable since maliit lang siya. So, durability is stronger than this, but stronger than this because they are no moving parts, but they can be damaged by water, strong impact, or kaya electrical surges. So, that's it for the USB or kaya flash drive. So, now let's discuss the memory card or SD card. So, what it is. So, a tiny flat card that also uses flash memory. So, for example, yung SD card is in digital camera, micro SD card is in smartphone. So, ang purpose niya is for store photos, videos, apps, and games. So, example, ang 64 GB SD card in a phone can store thousands of pictures and also a video. So, capacity is from 2 GB to over 1 terabyte. Example, yung mga professional photographer, madalas yung ginagamit nila is yung 128 GB or kaya 256 GB SD card. Since magkiklik-click lang sila ng ganun, so madami itong ma-store. So, speed is depend on the type. So, standard SD is 12 MB slower. Then, UHS card up to 312 MBs and faster siya for cameras. So, for SD Express up to 985 MBs. So, which is very fast na siya for modern devices. So, portability. So, extremely small and easy to carry. But also, easy to lose because of its size. Yun nga, kasi nga sa sobrang liit niya, madali lang ito mawawala. Mas maliit pa siya sa USB, which is ganito lang siya kaliit. So, lahat naman tayo alam natin ano yung SD card or memory card. So, ganun nga siya kaliit. Me as a personal experience, mas always ako nawala ng SD card since I'm a careless person. Kaya saan ko lang siya nalalagay if ever hindi ko siya nalagay sa smartphone or kaya doon sa camera ko. So, next we have the durability. So, more resistance to shocks and scratches than this, but can be damaged by water or heat. So, example, pag naiwan mo lang yung memory card mo na natutukan siya ng araw, then yung data doon is pwede siya makorrupt since sa sobrang init is masisira nga yung memory card natin. So, that's all for my report and thank you for watching.
So now let's proceed to tertiary storage and cloud storage. So the tertiary storage and cloud storage is both siya ginagamit for keeping data. But then of course, nag-work siya differently. So the tertiary storage, like the magnetic tapes, is good siya for storing huge amount of information for a long time, even if you don't use it every day. And the cloud storage like Google Drive, OneDrive is better for daily use because you can easily save, open, and share files anytime and anywhere with the use of internet. And now let us first discuss about the magnetic tapes. So just like what I've said earlier, so magnetic tapes is primarily used for backups and long-term archival. It is used for backup and keeping data for a long time. So for example, storing company records or government files for many years. For the capacity, it offers very high capacity, often in the terabytes per tape, making it cost-effective for storing massive data sets. So for the speed, access speed is slow since it works sequentially. So ibig sabihin, naka-sequence siya. Other word is in order siya. So to find one file, the tape has to go through data one by one. How about the portability? Tapes are physically portable but require specialized tape devices to read or to write data. And for the durability, it can last long time, like 10 to 30 years if stored properly, but it can be damaged by heat, dust, and magnets. So therefore, you need to keep it in a safe place. And now let's proceed to cloud storage. So the cloud storage is used for storing, accessing, and sharing files online. So it also allows real-time collaboration and synchronization across devices. So the capacity of the cloud storage is it depends on the subscription. Free plans offer limited storage. So for example, there are some na nag-offer sila ng 115 gigabyte. So the cloud storage has a very fast speed if you have a good internet and you can open, edit files instantly. So how about the portability? So the cloud storage is very portable. You can access your files anywhere with the use of cell phones, tablets, or even computers that is connected to the internet. So how about the durability? So cloud storage is very safe because files are stored on many servers, but you also need to have an internet and you must also protect your account. Therefore, we conclude that storage devices are essential components of modern computing, ranging from volatile primary storage like RAM, which provides speed and efficiency, to non-volatile secondary storage such as HDDs, SSDs, optical disc, USB flash drives, and memory cards, which ensure long-term data retention and portability. Tertiary storage, like magnetic tapes, offer very reliable archival solutions, while cloud storage provide accessibility and collaboration across the internet. Each type of storage has unique strengths, whether in speed, durability, portability, capacity, or cost, making them complementary rather than interchangeably. Together, they ensure that users can efficiently handle data for immediate use, long-term preservation, and secure sharing.